right, so DC's League of Super Pets is available in theaters now and has one hell of a voice cast, that is for sure. And also, if you hear anything in the background, just cars passing by. There's also a highway not too far from the movie theater here where I am sitting outside of. But yeah, I'm going to see Vengeance in a little bit here, so I need to be able to record this review before I go see that, so I don't forget anything from this movie when I get home later on. It's a whole thing, so not the best place to record, but if I have to, I will. So yeah, like I said, there's a really great voice cast for this movie. You have Dwayne Johnson as Crypto. We also have Kevin Hart as Ace, Kate McKinnon as Lulu. We also have Vanessa Bayer as PB. We got Natasha Lyonne as Merton. We have Diego Luna as Chip. And Thomas Middleditch and Ben Schwartz as Keith and Mark. And those are pretty much all the what would you call them? The animal characters, basically. Lulu, played by Kate McKinnon, being the villain of this movie, being a former test subject of Lex Luthor. She's kind of obsessed with him. Ends up getting her hands on an orange piece of kryptonite, which also, gives her powers, but also the other pets in this movie. So, yeah, all of them have their own quirks and their different powers and whatnot. Like the turtle is really fast, like the Flash. The pig, she can grow and shrink like Ant-Man. What else? Keith and Mark, they're little guinea pigs. One of them's fire, one of them's water. Which I thought it was hilarious that it was Thomas Middleditch and Ben Schwartz. I heard Ben Schwartz, his voice is very recognizable, but the whole time I was like, is that Thomas Middleditch as the other guy? I don't recognize his voice as much, but it would be so perfect if it was, and it turned out to be that. Then for the villain and, villains, I guess there's two. And then the Justice League, we have Mark Maron as Lex Luthor, and then I believe Yvette Nicole Brown as Patty, although that might not be her. No, it actually might be Maya Erskine as Mercy Graves. I didn't catch the name of basically the assistant to Lex Luthor, but Mark Maron is a really great voice actor. He's a really great comedian. There's a lot of comedians in this movie, if you can't tell. Quite a few of them coming from SNL, like Kate McKinnon and Vanessa Bayer, but yeah, definitely some great comedic talent here for sure. Who else do we have here? As the Justice League, we have John Krasinski as Superman. Got old Jim Halpert himself. Who else do we have here? Keanu Reeves playing Batman. We also have Jamila Jamil. Some of you might know her from The Good Place. I really love her on that show. She's also going to be in She-Hulk soon. Also, forgive me if I'm sweating. It's hard not to. I don't have any windows open or anything. We have Jermaine Clement as Aquaman. Daveed Diggs as Cyborg. Is it Dasha? I believe that's how you say it. Dasha Polanco as Green Lantern, the female Green Lantern. John Early as the Flash, and I think that might be it. Also, some small voice cameos in there. Alfred Molina as Jor-El, and Lena Headey from Game of Thrones as Laura. So yeah, that's pretty much all the cast there. I also forgot to mention Olivia Wilde as Lois Lane. So yeah, there's my notes there. I'll set that down. But overall, I did enjoy this movie. Ace, played by Kevin Hart, I think had a really good, heartwarming, or not heartwarming, but I don't know, his backstory kind of gets you in your heart, and it makes you feel bad for him because he used to have an owner, but because of a certain situation that went down, he got taken to the an adoption center, basically. But yeah, it's a little bit different from the regular Super Pets from what I hear. I never really watched that animated show, but all the Super Pets were actual pets of the superheroes, and in this one it's just Crypto being the pet of Superman. I like the explanation of how Crypto and Superman came to Earth and all that, and how they're best friends and stuff like that. And the big thing that drives this movie forward is that Superman is in love with Lois Lane, obviously, and is about to marry her, and Crypto feels very jealous, and he doesn't want to lose his buddy. But that's kind of what sets things in motion a little bit. And then you have Lulu, played by Kate McKinnon, like I already said, who gets that orange kryptonite that turns her into or gives her superpowers and gives the other animals in the shelter superpowers as well. and basically they just have to go stop her and all that. So it's a fun movie overall. It's nothing too complicated, but at the same time, there's a lot of movies that come out like this that are aimed towards kids that end up just being so cringy and so hard to watch for like people my age or for adults, older than me, obviously, for parents and whatnot. Like, there's so many movies that parents get dragged to by their kids where it's just really hard for the parents to watch. But in this movie, there's even some times where I'm like, I'm surprised they put that in a kids movie. The character, which one is it? I think it's, which one? Merton, played by Natasha Lyonne. There's literally scenes in here where they have to bleep out what that character is saying because they're swearing. Like, you got F-bombs, you got, poop, but, the swear word version of it. I'm trying not to, swear too much in this review because, kids might be watching, but, yeah. That was surprising and very funny. There's actually quite a few funny moments in this movie that I really quite enjoyed. Some great voice performances as well from a lot of great comedians and just actors in general. Is it the best movie I've watched this year? No. Is it the best animated movie I've ever watched? Definitely not. But in terms of a lot of the other animated movies I watch, when it comes to Paws of Fury that I watched a couple weeks ago, this is not to have a pun here, but it's leagues better than that movie. And yeah, I mean, it has some emotional weight to it. It has good humor, has good characters, and I have to say the final battle, the ending of the film wasn't too strong for me. But other than that, I had quite a bit of fun with this movie. So overall, I'm gonna give DC's League of Super Pets a 7.5 out of 10. Is it going to end up on my top 10 best of this year? Most likely not. But it definitely won't end up on my top 10 worst. Also, sorry this review was cut a little bit short. It's just really hot right now. And also, I got to get back in the movie theater in a minute here to go see that other movie. But keep your eye open for my review of Vengeance, starring BJ Novak. I believe he also directed the film. Keep your eyes open for that review. Should be coming out tomorrow. Again, sorry for all the sweat. I'm sure you can see my face is glistening right now. It's freaking hot in here, and so that's a big reason why I cut this review short. But I think I said enough of what I needed to say to get my point across. It's a pretty solid film. I think your kids will enjoy it. I think adults will find things in here to enjoy as well. If you're a DC fan, I think you'll find things in here to enjoy. There's a lot of meta humor and stuff like that doesn't always work in these types of movies, but I think worked pretty well here. So, references to Animal Farm, things that adults would know about, but kids probably wouldn't. But I don't know. I appreciate things like that. So 7.5, I think it's a pretty solid movie. Go check it out with your kids and completely ignore Paws of Fury. Do not take your kids to see that. It is awful. Worst time I've had in the theater so far this year, honestly. I mean, Morbius was pretty bad. Family Camp was pretty bad. I don't know if that one's at first place right now, but it's awful. So avoid that one. Go see Super Pets if you're trying to go see a movie with your kids. But that's all I got for you for this review. Please leave a like on the video and subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow with my next review.